Alright, so it's that time of year again where everyone goes around and talks about the next upcoming Call of Duty, and this year is Treyarch's turn, and usually Treyarch makes some good Call of Duty games. Maybe with the exception of Black Ops 4 and the multiplayer and campaign of this one. Yeah, I can tell this video is already going to get disliked to the ground. Do I care? Absolutely not, because I do YouTube for fun and I don't care about other people's opinion. In this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the new image that Call of Duty just released about the upcoming Call of Duty game, and I think it's going to be a Black Ops game. I'll tell you why. But before we go ahead and get into the video, I want to go ahead and shout out these beautiful people that you see on your screen for following me on Twitter. If you want a shout out, then all you got to do is go ahead and follow me on Twitter. That's it. Also, 95% of you guys are not subscribed, so if you're new here and end up enjoying this video, then please consider subscribing. You could always unsubscribe in the future. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So first things first, I want to go ahead and talk about the leaks before I go ahead and show off the image that Call of Duty revealed. So according to the leaks, this next game is going to be a Black Ops game, and it's going to be taking place during the events of the Gulf War. For those that don't know what the Gulf War is a war that was fought between Iraq and U.S. coalition members. What I understand is that I could absolutely be wrong, is that Iraq invaded Kuwait, and as a response, the U.S. and a bunch of other countries decided to push Iraq out of Kuwait. I could absolutely be wrong about that, but what I'm understanding after reading Wikipedia is that that's what happened. Keep in mind, guys, Call of Duty Cold War took place in the 1980s. The Gulf War took place in the 1990s, so this game might be taking place 10 years after the events of Cold War, which, you know, makes sense for Treyarch to do. Also, if you think about it, this might be the first modern era Call of Duty game that Treyarch has ever made. That might sound weird, and I know that you might be able to consider Black Ops 2 like a modern era game taking place in our current timeline, because, you know, that game takes place in 2025 and it's currently 2024. But I don't really count it personally, and I say that because there's a lot of futuristic technology in that game that we currently don't have, so I don't consider that a modern day game based off of realism, right? So this game, I know it's the 90s and that's like 30 years ago, it's still modern at an extent, right? Like, you got M4s, you got like fighter jets and helicopters and vehicles that the US currently uses. So I don't know, I'm going to consider this the first Treyarch game that, you know, takes place during the modern time, which is absolutely insane to think about. Another leak said that the next Black Ops game was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 2 and a prequel to Black Ops 3. So it's going to be a game that takes place after the events of Black Ops 2, but it's before Black Ops 3, which in my opinion is cool as hell. Black Ops 2 is one of the best Call of Duty games in all of Call of Duty, and that's an opinion that most of the community shares. Even if you don't think it's your personal favorite, it's up there, right? It's like one of the better Call of Duty games to come out, right? Having a sequel to Black Ops 2, but yet a prequel to Black Ops 3 is a cool idea, which I'm surprised they didn't do earlier. If Black Ops 5 is a direct sequel to Black Ops 2, then this game might be the first game in a while to be a futuristic COD, which is kind of crazy to think about. I know that Black Ops 2 isn't fully a futuristic COD because there's some missions that took place in the past, like in the 70s and 80s, but at an extent, it is a futuristic COD. And if Black Ops 5 is a direct sequel to Black Ops 2, then we're going to get another futuristic COD, right? And who knows if that's going to cause us another futuristic age in the Call of Duty community, but, you know, we'll see about that. So we're now at the part of the video where I go ahead and talk about the news. Yesterday, Xbox released this image here, and basically it's them announcing an Xbox game showcase, which is going to occur on Sunday, June 9th. And in the image, to the side of the image, is this image that you probably have already seen already on Twitter and Reddit. And most of the information is redacted and blacked out. However, at the very bottom, it says Direct and immediately following Xbox Games Showcase. So this event, and it's most likely going to be a Call of Duty. Actually, not most likely. It's confirmed. This is Call of Duty, right? And I'll explain why later. So basically what's going on is that they're going to be announcing this brand new Call of Duty game after the Xbox Game Showcase, which is actually really sick, but you probably are not here for that. You are here just for Call of Duty, and I will go ahead and stop yapping and start talking about the next Black Ops game. So people on Twitter immediately connected that, hey, this is a new Call of Duty game and a new Black Ops game. And what they did is that they put Black Ops and the Call of Duty logo on top, and it fits perfectly. A lot of people are saying that, hey, this is the 5th Black Ops game because they concluded that a V will be able to fit at the end of Black Ops. And for those that don't know, a V can also mean a 5. So this game is most likely a 5. Charlie Intel on Twitter, he thinks it's a GTA 6. And he says that because during a new update for MW23, there was a new weapon blueprint which brought in the Mustang and Sally from Black Ops 1, which is quite a coincidence if you ask me, and there were 6 tally marks. Personally, I don't believe this next Call of Duty game is a Black Ops 6, but I'll go ahead and cover that shortly. So here's my overall opinion on this. I believe this is a Black Ops 5. And I think this game is going to be set in the Gulf War, so in the 1990s and maybe even the early 2000s. Maybe we go to Afghanistan to fight the Taliban or something. Which, by the way, we didn't have a Call of Duty game that fought, you know, the Taliban. Maybe we'll get that. I know that Call of Duty 4 kind of had something like that, but all those games, right, all the Modern Warfare Middle East countries, most of them are like fake, right? So I don't know. Maybe we might get an Afghanistan war or an Iraq war, which I mean the Gulf War is a war against Iraq. So I guess we are kind of getting that, assuming that this is a war about the Gulf War. I personally believe that this next Call of Duty game is a game that takes place during the Gulf War, so in the 1990s and stuff. I don't personally believe this next game is a GTA 6 like Charlie Intel on Twitter is saying. And I say that because if you think about it, that is just weird. Why would Call of Duty just skip Black Ops 5 just to go to Black Ops 6? And I know that Cold War is technically the 5th Black Ops game, right? I totally get that. But here's the thing. Will the general audience know that, right? So if if Call of Duty releases a Black Ops 6, right, people will be like, hey, where's Black Ops 5, right? And then they're going to have to find out that, oh, Black Ops 5 was Cold War. You know what I mean? It's just like Halo, right? It's just like 343 naming their 4th Halo game. Well, not 4th Halo game, but naming Halo 4 instead of Halo 4 and Halo 5 because Halo Reach is technically the 4th Halo game. You know how that's weird? So, I don't know, I just feel like this game is not going to be Black Ops 6 because it's just weird. Like, if you're going to continue the number system, you got to continue the number system. You don't skip numbers, right? You're not Mario 94 or whatever, right? Super Mario 94. So, yeah, that's everything I have to say. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider liking and subscribing. I kind of had to rush this video towards the end because I was kind of late on getting this video out, so I apologize if the editing seems to be a little, if the editing seems to be less now than it was at the very beginning of this video because I'm busy and I forgot to get this video out. So, yeah. By the way, I'm going to try to upload more consistently. Now, I'm going to try to upload a long-form commentary video every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and so far I'm already missing that schedule, but hopefully I'll improve. So I'm ending the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and see ya. Peace. Bye.